Well, hey girl, how are you doing today? If you are new to the channel, my name is Kim, and thank you for coming and sitting with me. Today is December 24th, y'all. And I am not ready again. I feel like every year it's just been so last minute for me. And everyone else that I've talked to also been saying the same thing, that this year for them, not for me. For me, it's just the same old, just last minute. But for them, they waited to the last minute to, either do their shopping. I don't know if I said today. I think I said it already, but today is December 24th, 2025. It's Christmas Eve. Um, this is the day that my family and I celebrate. So we, what time is it? I think it's about 8:30 or something. I'm not sure. But we are getting together at 1. My daughter is hosting in her house. And she's cooking most of the food today. So we shall see. I was supposed to cook some greens, but I would have cooked those yesterday, but I ended up working. So I told her how to fix them. So we'll see how she did. And I'm sure they're fine. I'm sure they taste good, because she's a good cook. I talked to her yesterday, and she did say she put in a little too much pepper. So we'll see. And I normally do the same also. I normally put in too much of the red, pepper flakes, and it's a little bit hot. But I told her I'm sure it's fine, especially I say once you start eating your greens and the macaroni and cheese, your turkey, everything else is going to be fine. And she's like, I wanted, of course, she wanted to be good without. Be good, on its own, not after you start eating everything else, which is understandable. So I'm going to do like I did last year. I'm going to sit here and talk to you all while I wrap gifts. If you haven't seen the video from last Christmas, go back and watch that, where I did a Christmas chat. I showed you what I bought for the grandkids while I wrapped gifts. I also showed you how to wrap a gift in case, that you don't know how to wrap a gift or not sure. And that was like a two-parter because our family stayed at an Airbnb. So I showed you that, showed you what we did. I gave a tour of the Airbnb and told you where we went. So if you have not watched that, go watch it, and I'll let it stay a surprise of where we went, where we vacationed. So let me show you. As you can see, I got my wrapping paper, got my water so I can stay hydrated, and I got my other box of goodies that I'm sure you guys all have with the bowls. You guys, so if you remember in the last Christmas video, the bowls just were not, um, they weren't good bowls, and now they're even worse. Look. Look how flat they are. And I did not buy any bowls, but the kids aren't going to care. I don't even know if I'm putting them on the gifts. I probably will. So I was thinking about, I wasn't sure. Y'all look a little crooked to me. I guess you straight. Um, I was thinking about just putting the gifts in a bag, but I decided to go ahead and wrap them again. So that's what I'll do. So before I get started, I'm going to show you what I bought the kiddos. And let me ask you, how are you doing? You okay? You okay, girl? You stressed out? Don't be stressed. Well, once again, by the time you see this video, it will be over. But I hope that, you're not stressed, you're not worried, because you could be um, hosting this year at your house. So that's stressful enough in itself. Just like my daughter. So yesterday, like I said, I was talking to her and I was at my sister's house while I was talking to her. And I had her on speakerphone and she was cooking the macaroni and cheese. And my sister says, sorry, I feel like I got something in my eye. My sister said, why are you making the macaroni and cheese today? And my daughter's like, because I don't want to get up early in the morning. And, she's like, I want to sleep in and I don't want to be, doing this all day tomorrow. And my sister's like, that's what happens when you host. Like, that's how it works. You're busy. But I hope you guys are not stressed. And yeah, just take a moment. I'm saying it like like you're gonna see this before, maybe for next year. Just don't stress. Take a moment and breathe. If it's not ready when they get there, then it is okay. Because when you're hosting or giving a party, there is something that's always gonna go wrong. There's just always gonna be something. You're always gonna be running a little bit late. I My sister is an event planner and I've helped her with several parties. And no matter how much time you have, it just goes so fast. No matter how much time you have, no matter how much you prepare ahead of time and try to, get things done ahead and take care of the small details. Mm-mm. So one year I was helping her do a baby shower and we rented a U-Haul because we had like lots, and this was 2020 COVID. So it was outside. We set it up outside, and of course everyone was just gonna, I think, like leave the gifts on the table outside. They were gonna drive by to see the couple, the parents, expecting parents. And so we had the U-Haul because we had a lot of, which was great. So we had all, of course, our stuff in there, and we sat in the back while we continued to work on some things. So we put balloons all around the yard, and this was a nice size yard too. We had the balloons, and we had this huge teddy bear, and he was humongous teddy bear, probably half my size. He was sitting on I think a box, and we just had so many other things, set up. So instead of, normally you would be at an event space, but since we weren't, it was all set up outside, which was fine. But there was just a lot of things, and so the time started running out, and she was like, well, what about, we had some other things to set out. I'm like, no, we can't do that. No, we can't do this. No, we have to stop it here. Like some things we just have to cut out. And in the end, really, everyone liked it, thinks it's nice. And it was nice. It was nice. It was pretty. But we know the vision that we had, and it wasn't the vision and it wasn't complete. But to just the person attending the event, or just like maybe attending your whatever you may be hosting, they don't know the vision. Even though it's disappointing not to execute the vision, they don't know. And there's been so many other parties. Like I've hosted parties here, at my home, and you think even at your house, because you have the most time, when you're in an event space, you only have so much time. So that really limits, I was going to say limits what you can do. It's just seems to be shorter on time. But here, I've threw my sister a bridal shower, and my daughter helped me up all night. I ended up going to sleep for an hour. My daughter did not. And then another time at my house, my sister and I gave my daughter a surprise birthday party up all nights, all nights, did not sleep. And thank you, sister. She was so nice and helping me. Y'all, she was 8 months pregnant, like she was out there. But she she was all in with helping me. Okay, so I'm gonna move it on along before I start running late. I don't want to be rushing, y'all. So yesterday I told you I was talking to my daughter, and so the grandkids they gonna get on the phone talking about if we late, if my sister and I are late, we not getting in. My sister like, we got the gifts. Like, what do you mean you're not letting us in? Y'all not getting in if y'all late. I was like, well, dang. And my sister's like, y'all always late. But she was like, y'all always late. But I forgot what else she said. And I love you too, or something like that. But yeah. So, and I don't want to be late anyway. That's another thing. I don't like being late. Hate rushing and being late or being behind. Even I might not be actually late to where I'm going, but the time that I wanted to be there still feels later, of course, than when I wanted to be there. But the first gift, it says a little treat for your feet. That's cute. What's on the back? Oh, I didn't know I had this on the back. It says so to and from and how to take care of it. I got my nephew some slippers. That's an elephant. So he loves animals, so I got him that. The other kids, my grandkids, love robes. So I got them a robe. My sister said my nephew would not want to have a robe, so I got him slippers instead. So I got this for my oldest granddaughter because she likes Lilo and Stitch. And I tried to find, so she's 9. I tried to find one for kids, could not find it for anything. Um, Once again, this year ended up being a little bit more than I wanted to spend. I'm saying once again because last year the same thing happened with her gift. Spent a little more than I planned on spending. So this is an adult woman's robe, and um on the model I was looking at it to see because I was like, oh, should I get her this? But on the model, which was a grown woman, it came to her knees. Was it above her knees? I think. And so this may come to my granddaughter's ankles. And I was telling my daughter about it. She was like, it don't matter. She's gonna love it anyway. So this is hers, a robe. Oh, let me show you the rest. So this is all the robes have hoods. So this is the hood. I should put it on a hanger. Do I have a hanger in here? That would be easier. And this is, it says Disney Stitch. And I got it off of Amazon, of course. It's very soft. Does it have, one pocket doesn't have anything. Hold on. Let me get a hanger to make it easier. Oh, yeah. I tried to push pause. I took a picture of myself. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. So, as I said last year, I am the kind of grandparent or person that I've never really bought the kids toys. You might get a toy here and there. Most likely, you're going to get a book and a puzzle. That's going to be the closest thing to a toy. Now, when my daughter was younger, yes, I bought her toys, but not a lot. So, here is the second one, robe. This is for my youngest granddaughter, who is 7. You know what? I kind of wish I would have bought all the robes a little bit bigger so they would, be longer, at least go to their calves, and so they would have them longer. But it's fine. This is hers. I thought she liked this because she likes to be real girly. Let me get a close up. And I got these all from Amazon. I would say they'll be down below, but they probably won't be. So you can click the link. I need to start doing that. So that's that one. And I got my grandson, this robe. He likes to play games. Let me put it on a hanger so you can see it a little better. Hopefully that's more helpful. Isn't that cute? And it has a hood. And of course, and they all have two pockets. You can tie it. And I got them all pajamas. So the girls, like I said, I have one granddaughter that's really girly and she loves to dress up and everything. So I thought these would be cute. These are also cute for, okay, I don't have them linked below, but Valentine's Day would be very pretty. And they feel like a satiny material. They are stretchy. Of course, they have elastic band material, stretchy, but they're mostly made out of polyester. And I really don't like that. I wanna love to get a better quality of clothing, but most everything now is made out of that. This must be the 9-year-olds. So I thought they would like this. Has a little pocket. So both of the girls have the same pajamas. I was gonna get my oldest granddaughter a different set of pajamas, but I couldn't really find anything for her. I was gonna get her some stitch pajamas actually, but I couldn't find it. Or I did see, yeah, I couldn't find any. So my nephew, like I said, he loves animals. He loves dinosaurs. He wants a dinosaur. No, I say he wants a dinosaur. He wants dinosaurs for Christmas from everybody. He loves animals. He could tell you all about the dinosaur, the name of it, where it lives, what it does. So I got him these. I like these, but what I don't like the dinosaurs that's on. See that kind of material that, when you wash it or dry it, it starts to tear up. So we'll see. See how long these last. And I think, let me see, I think they glow in the dark. Wash inside out, machine warm. Garments, no fits. I think they glow in the dark though. It doesn't say on the, see how they sticking together? These are the pants. The bottom's elastic band. So that's his. And I got my grandson. He is playing basketball right now. So I decided to get him some shorts with, not shorts, pajamas with basketballs on them. Elastic band. These stretch too. Well, do they? A little bit. In the shirt, which it looks a little small, so I hope it fits him okay. Let me see. Let me put this shirt, because I feel like him and my nephew wear the same size. See, they wear the same size, and I know, what size is this? Does it say? Let me see if the bottoms say. Oh, this says 8. Okay. And this is a 7. Maybe that's why. But this 7 looked real big. I should have got him an 8. See the difference? I was trying to see were they close in size. Oh well. Okay, so I'm gonna get started wrapping. I showed you guys what kind of wrapping paper I bought last year. I didn't buy any this year because I still have the same paper from last year, and I had some paper before that. But let me show you what kind of Christmas paper I have. This is the Grinch, and it says, "You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch." I have that. What else? Oh, I got the dinosaurs for my nephew. You can see them on there. See the dinosaurs? There he is. Well, there's other things on there also, but I got it because it has dinosaurs on them. On there. This, which I probably won't use that. They may not like that. Naughty, it says naughty, nice. Snowman. This is Santa with snowflakes. You guys, I'm sitting up here. I got Martin on. Well, it's on mute now, but I'm like, I haven't watched this in forever. I used to love Martin. How many of y'all used to watch Martin or still do? Martin, Martin. That's it. The rest of this, you guys, I don't know why I have so much baby shower stuff. A lot of pinks, which pink you can use, anytime for. I can use that for the girls. But a lot of baby shower. I don't know who was having all these babies. Is this the same one? This is the same one, but I got 2 of them. I have another one in my closet that hasn't been opened. And one more. But, oh well, we don't need those. And I have some, I don't know if I'll be using this ribbon. I have the plain. I should have, oh, it's probably in there. So last year I bought some ribbon, and then this year I found this ribbon that I already had from last year. Put that over there. And some, oh, let me show you some little, is that one? This side not open? Okay. I usually don't, I didn't remember I had these last year either. And I normally don't use the gift tags, maybe because I thought I didn't have them. But what I will do is cut a little piece of the same wrapping paper and fold it so it looks like a tiny book and write to and from, or I'll just write their name small on the present somewhere, which, thinking about that, sounds tacky. Like, why you spend all the time to wrap it if you just gonna write their name on it? But I don't think it's that big where it was noticeable. Okay, so now I need to decide whose gift am I wrapping first. So what did you guys do? Did you go all out with the shopping? Do you have a lot of gifts to buy? Was just, a small amount? Do you give money versus, actually buying a gift? Or do you get gift cards? Or do you feel like you'd rather have them buy a gift? Or do you feel like if you buy a gift, they probably not going to like it, which you never know. Unless you know the person really well. Or unless you go off of a list, have them give you a list. And that's what my sister did. She asked me what I wanted for, well, my daughter and I, what we wanted for Christmas. And my daughter asked me also us what we wanted. Now I just bought the kids gifts. I didn't buy a gift for the grown-ups. But I told my sister I wanted, which I know you guys heard this, seen it, it's been all over social media, is the brown sugar babe. I want to try that. One reason I want to try, I like that it's owned by black owned. And I love that. I think I looked at it somewhat, but I think it's like healthy. Doesn't have all the chemicals and all that stuff. I feel like it's a vegan product. Not totally sure on that. But that's what I want to start getting more of. So if it smells as good as everyone is saying, and if it's a healthy product, I would love that. Love, love. Okay, so maybe I will start with the grandson. I'm gonna do this one. Maybe I'll do this one for him. Put the rest over here. I had to buy some boxes and some more tape because I wasn't sure how much tape I had. And I had boxes left from last year, but I needed like two more, like two big ones, so I went ahead and got some more. So this will be, let me use this size box. Got my boxes from Walmart. And do you wrap gifts? Do you like wrapping gifts? Or do you like them, but it just takes so long, like I feel takes up more time. So I hadn't really wrapped gifts in a long time. Or do you just feel like you're not good at wrapping gifts, so that's not what you do? But both are fine, and they're making these gift bags are so pretty now. But it's always, I was gonna tear the tag off, but just in case we need to return this, I won't. It's always nice to unwrap, a gift versus taking it out of a gift box. I mean, taking it out of a gift bag. But, when it comes down to it, most people, gift is a gift and you're happy to get the gift. My sister wrapped all her gifts. Like I said, I went over to her house yesterday, and she had all her gifts wrapped and her tree up, which is, her tree looks very pretty. So listen, y'all. My daughter sent us the other night something from Instagram, and it was this lady who set up like a gift wrapping station on an ironing board. I don't know if you've seen this or not. So there was an ironing board, and I apologize for not looking at you, but I also want to talk to you and wrap the gift, so so I'm not running late, hopefully. No, not hopefully. So I'm not running late. Um, and so there was an ironing board. There's two hangers, one at each end. The hangers are upside down, so the hook part is on the bottom. You get a broom. You need two items. So whether that's two brooms or the Swiffer thing and a broom, something with a long pole. Now I was gonna set that up and show you guys and see how it worked for me, but I'm like, no, I'm just gonna stick with this today. And I might, no, I was gonna say maybe I'll do it later just to set it up to show you. But yeah, so you do that, and one of the broom is going through you put the broom through here, right? So that's holding the paper, and then you can just roll it out. Well, I guess you would be rolling it this way so you can wrap your gifts. And it looked really cool. So I go over, my sister took a picture. She set it up. Her and my daughter decided to try it. And I went over her house. Like I said, I went over her house yesterday, and she still has it set up. So she like, sure did. And you guys, girlfriend, I'm always talking about my sister, and she has her own YouTube channel called Amika Unpacked. So when you get a chance, go on over to her channel and check her out. So you will know who she is talking about when she keeps saying my sister, and you will know who I'm talking about when I keep referring to my sister. That is her, Amika. No, it's not Amika. It's Mika, Mika, Unpacked. Mika Unpacked. Okay. So I'm going to wrap this gift and I will be right back. Okay, so I have 5 gifts wrapped and I have 3 more to go. Look, so this one, I decided to use the leftover scraps from, I guess it was this that I wrapped. And look, you can tell the back right here, it wasn't quite enough to cover it. Now I could put ribbon. I don't know if you can see that. You can see the box. But I could put ribbon over it, but I don't think I'm going to have time for ribbon or all that. The most important thing is they are wrapped. But, yeah, I wanted to really fix them up, but I don't know if I'm going to have time. Here's another gift. And I don't know if I said this already, but in my last Christmas video, I might have said it. I showed you how to wrap a gift. I think I did say if you're not comfortable. This one's. So you guys, I told you my daughter is, she's cooking dinner, and they're having a traditional Christmas dinner. I think they're going to have turkey. I think it's fried turkey, my sister told me. And how about, wait, let me rewind. First of all, we initially, so normally for Christmas, we are at my house. I'm hosting. And okay, so normally I'm hosting. Got a text from my daughter, and she says, well, group text. My sister, daughter, and I are all on a group text. And she says, what did she say? How about everybody come over to my house for Christmas or something like that? And then my sister was like, hold on. Like, she didn't know if she wanted to do that because normally she cooks majority of the meal and she didn't want to, carry all the food to my daughter's house. Which, when I hosted here, I was going to say she brings it, but I guess that was too at a time when I was also cooking some things. So if you don't know, it's your first time here, I eat mostly vegan. And so I'm not going to be, my dinner will be different than what they're eating. But so I didn't hear anything. So I didn't know what we were going to do. And then I was like, I was thinking we normally have it at my house. So why has it changed? Thanksgiving has been at my sister's house. Christmas is normally at my house, except for one other year we did have it at my daughter's house. And I feel like the spring, like Easter, is at my daughter's house. Like, we already got this down, but I can understand. My daughter has, like I said, 3 kids, and be easier if she could just stay home. Or I'm not sure why she wanted. Maybe she just wanted to host and cook the meals. So I didn't find out until, was it last week? Because my father was asking what we were doing. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't know anything. And then somehow, I feel like there was a text. Somebody sent a text in our group. I think my sister sent a text saying something about, Christmas. And I was like, what? I didn't know. Oh, Amika was like, that Amika is my sister. Did you? I don't know the question or what she asked. And then I was like, I didn't know we were having it, where it was going to be or what we were doing. And I didn't know, well, I was about to go on to something else. So, no, I did not know. And they didn't fill me in on nothing. So when I got that text, my sister was at work and I was also working. So later that evening we talked. So my sister and daughter had talked, but they didn't fill me in on what the plans were. So the plans were, my daughter was cooking. She wanted to host. She is going to have someone fry the turkey. My sister's only making a cake. No, my sister's making the cake and dressing. They wanted me to make the greens. Didn't tell me that either. I'm like, how you gonna tell me less? Not gonna tell me where it's at, what time it is, and you want me to make greens. I was like, well, darn. But then I would have made the greens, no problem. But oh wait, whose gift is this? Sorry, you guys. Oh, I know which one I wanna. But yeah, they didn't tell me nothing. So I finally found out that information. I forgot, where was I going with this? I forgot what I was even gonna say. I don't even remember. Anyway, so yeah, at my sister daughter's, and I think I was talking about their menu. So they're gonna have a pound cake. My sister made a pound cake for Thanksgiving, and it was really good. Hold on, y'all. Let me decide which. I guess I'll use. Wait a minute. Is the Grinch, do I have enough for? Yeah. Ew. Maybe I'll use this side. This had two sides. I forgot about some wrapping paper that has two sides. So my sister's making pound cake and dressing. Someone's frying the turkey. My daughter made the greens. She's making dressing. She's making deviled eggs, mashed potatoes. And I think that's it. I bought a meal. I bought my meal yesterday from this vegan restaurant. No, it's not vegan. Some of the food is vegan and some is not. So if you live in the Kansas City area, it is called, what is it? Enjoy. You know what? Every time I try to tell somebody the name of this restaurant, I say it wrong each time. I think it's Enjoy Pure Food. It's in the Mission Farms area, like on 100. Is that 106 in Mission Road? So yeah, so I decided to get lasagna. I got some lasagna and I got a salad. I got two types of salad. I got a Caesar salad and a what was that other one? The other one is, I forget what it's called, but it has kale in it. Kale, roasted butternut squash, coconut bacon. I've never had coconut bacon. And what else? I feel like cranberries. I don't remember, but it has some, I'm sure some kind of nut, I think. I don't know if it's almonds or pecan. So I wanted to try that salad. And I also got a veggie wrap. So in the veggie wrap, it is, there's a walnut spread, red onions, tomatoes, avocado, almonds, kale. I think that's it. And it has a dressing on it that's very good and flavorful. So that's what I decided to have for Christmas. Now, I used to go to this vegan restaurant called Maddie's, and if you've seen some of my other videos, you've heard me talk about them. But their restaurant closed, and I realized this year, so this is the first year I wasn't able to get any food from Maddie's. They closed last year after Christmas. Christmas. So every year I go to them, and that was perfect because that was a black-owned restaurant with two sisters, and I could still basically have the traditional Thanksgiving or Christmas meal without feeling left out. Now I think Christmas, one of the holidays, Christmas, I think, let me go back. Thanksgiving, they normally have a traditional meal with, you have your choice of three. You would normally have your choice of three different meats. So it will be meatballs, meatloaf. What else? I forget what the other would be. And the meatloaf was very good. Like it looked like meatloaf, tastes like meatloaf. That was really good. So you would have your meat, and they had dressing, greens, macaroni and cheese, yams, cornbread. So all was set. And you get a dessert. And it was only, how much was it? $20 something, I forget, for one meal. I don't remember. But I like them because I can order that, pick it up the day before the holiday. I still was eating the same kind of food that everyone else was eating, so I didn't feel left out. Sometimes it doesn't bother me, and sometimes uh, it does. It helps so I'm not tempted to eat their food. And that's a trick too. If you're trying to eat healthy or become vegan, a lot of times what I will do if I'm going, sometimes if I'm going to, it could be a kid's birthday party, whatever family function, I'll see what they're having and get the vegan version of that. Sometimes, not all the time. And sometimes I am perfectly fine not eating anything. You're only there for about 3 to 4 hours, and sometimes I'm not even hungry. But other times I may go there, I was going to say go there hungry. Like what, a lot of times I try to eat before I leave. I say eat before I leave, but it end up being 3 hours before I leave. So I eat 3 hours ahead of time, and then I'll get dressed and go. So by the time that 3 hours is up, well, I'm hungry again. So that's the key. Don't go anywhere starving. You know that. You know that, just like when they say, oh, when people say you go to the grocery store hungry, you buying up everything. And that's, no matter what diet plan you're on. You don't want to go somewhere starving, so you're not buying up everything or eating up everything when you go to the restaurant. But yeah, I hate Maddie's was closed, and I was looking. Now there are other vegan restaurants you can that sell holiday meals, but it's not like, the black holiday meals, except for there is a restaurant that I forgot. I've never been there and I need to go. It is Gigi's. They're in the Westport area. They're vegan. That is, now I don't know all the restaurants in Kansas City or the vegan restaurants, but I'm going to just say that is the healthiest restaurant in Kansas City. But I'm gonna have to go there. I need to make that one of my spots. And one reason why I haven't been there, because a lot of the vegan restaurants close early, so I don't make it. Or you know how we are. If it's not convenient, I don't go. You go to what's now. It's not that far from me. It's probably like, now it sounds really bad. It's probably like 15 minutes, but I still haven't been. But they had a Thanksgiving meal. They had greens. They had yams. I was so mad that I didn't get that meal, and it didn't even cross my mind to look and see what they have. So what I would normally go to Maddie's. But this year I was looking at all the vegan restaurants, and not all, most of the vegan restaurants in Kansas City, to see what they were having for Thanksgiving and Christmas. Now this restaurant that I got my food from Christmas, Thanksgiving, so Christmas they didn't have a Christmas meal, they were saying. I just bought several items to have as my Christmas meal. Thanksgiving they did. It was lasagna. I didn't want the lasagna then, but I ended up getting it for Christmas. Now there is another restaurant. It's a bakery not far from here. And last year I got their cupcakes, and I had planned on getting a dessert from them again this year. And I also wanted some rolls. For whatever reason, I want for Thanksgiving with the meal and Christmas, I wanted rolls. But And they had it as part of, you know, Christmas meal things you can buy, and you could get 10, was it 10 rolls? I think for $10. But I waited too late, and it said they were sold out. So, it's pre-order. But I could have called today. I think they were closed Monday. I just never did call, and I knew today I wasn't going to try to get out because I had to, wrap these gifts, and I didn't want to be rushing. So I missed out on the rose. Uh, so yeah, and dessert, I decided to, I was looking on Pinterest. I decided to make my own dessert. And they had this, what was it called? It's called a strawberry, I think it's just called strawberry cake, but it's supposed to be like a cheesecake. And they do, yes, they do have vegan cream cheese, but this one doesn't call for vegan cream cheese. They're using cashew nuts instead of the cream cheese. So, if you're not vegan or haven't dabbled in that world at all, I know that sounds, probably disgusting, but a lot of cheese for vegan is made from cashews or some cheese. And so I'm gonna see how that tastes. Now, Thanksgiving and then last year I did make a vegan cheesecake and I like it, but this is a different recipe. In that recipe, it was cashews also, a little lemon, maple syrup, and a can of coconut cream. Cream or milk? Okay, I have two more to go, you guys. I feel like this is taking forever. And I feel like I'm running behind. So yeah. That was that. And then the crust is dates and mixed up nuts, which I know that sounds nasty too, but it's good. And this crust is the same. This crust is a mix of dates, almonds, and pistachio. So I haven't made it yet. It's supposed to sit in the refrigerator overnight. So last night when I got home, I was tired. I worked and then I went and picked up my Christmas meal. And then I had to go to my sister and get the springform pan for my dessert. I had ordered one because I wanted a smaller pan, but Walmart did not have it, so I had to go to my sister's. Now, I have a springform pan, but it's not nonstick, and I wanted a nonstick pan. And lately, so for the other cheesecake I've made, let me turn this over. I've been using just a regular cake pan actually, but this time I wanted the springform pan. So, and I wanted a 6-inch pan. This is a 9-inch pan, but I have enough to double the recipe, so it's thick. If I use the recipe that I saw on Pinterest, it's going to be flat. Just like the cheesecake I've made in the other years. They were real low. And honestly, not until this year it didn't click that they use a smaller pan. I'm like, why is it so low? It was just about like that. But yeah, made that. And I have made a vegan sweet potato pie before. That was good. That was good and I liked it, but this year I decided not to have it. I wanted to be a little bit healthier for Christmas because the lasagna that I got, they don't use pasta noodles. It is the noodles are made from eggplant and zucchini, cashews, or is the cheese for it in the lasagna, and I like it. So, like I said, I'm gonna have that. If I remember, I will show you guys. I started to get an extra one. I said I did buy two, but that's so I can have. Remember, today is Christmas Eve. I'm gonna have that today, but I also got something to eat for tomorrow. I started to get three so I can let the family taste it to see how they like it. I know my sister would probably like it. Oh, you know what? Whose gift was this? Charlie's. Remember, I told you I write the name on. I have to write the name on it so I don't forget who it is for. It's small. They won't even be paying attention to that. Okay. Oh my goodness. Two more gifts. What time is it? 10:36. I wanted to leave at 12:30. Looks like I might be leaving later. Um. Oh, I know what I was going to use for that one. I'm going to use the Grinch one. So yeah, that's. Whoop, look at me. So that's what I am having for dinner. And that's what's been going on with me. Okay, I'm going to wrap these last two gifts and yeah. What else did I say? I only got two more to wrap. I'll wrap the last two and I'll be back.